Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I want to say it is an absolute honor to be up here. I grew up going to ISNA and I never imagined actually getting to address the congregation in this way. But I'm calling you to invite you to a nationwide movement to enrich our country. Last month, President Barack Obama announced an initiative, United We Serve, calling on all Americans to participate in our nation's recovery and renewal by serving in our community. From June 22nd to September 11th, Americans of all backgrounds are called to address community needs in education, health, energy, and the environment by serving in volunteer projects. United We Serve is an opportunity for every Muslim American to be a part of a nationwide movement to bring about positive change. To facilitate this, a group of Muslim Americans initiated a national campaign, Muslim Americans Answer the Call, to encourage and empower every Muslim American to answer the call to service. In addition to answering the President's important call to rebuild our communities, Muslim Americans Answer the Call also means responding to the millions of Americans in need, especially in the midst of the economic crisis. But most importantly, it refers to answering God's call to serve humanity, to confirm our faith with good works. As the Quran teaches us, race one another in good works. Muslim Americans answer this call every single day. The community's institutions provide free medical care, education, summer programs, food banks, feed the homeless, and shelter the weak. And on Martin Luther King Day, ISNA provided and empowered for 50 service projects. The goal this summer is to mobilize a united effort, encourage even more involvement, and showcase these contributions in a final report to the President. As the context of the Quranic verse just mentioned implies, service projects are an excellent opportunity for interfaith cooperation. Please consider partnering with other faith institutions in your service projects. Our goal this summer is 1,000 service projects nationally, and at least a quarter of them interfaith projects. United We Serve, Muslim Americans Answer the Call does not belong to any single organization, ethnic group, ideology, school of thought, or political orientation. It is a national movement uniting all in the service of God and community. Will you join us? Alhamdulillah. Yes, we can. To sign up your service project, go to serve.gov, and also sign your name at our booth next to the registration table with a big banner saying United We Serve. And in closing, I want to end with a quote from a famous poet, Khalil Gibran, who wrote in The Prophet, "Work is love made visible." Please make your love visible this summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Dalia Magahed. Two more announcements before my guests are finally settled into the living room. You've seen PBS Public Broadcasting Network talk about the documentary called New Muslim Cool. That mashallah, someone saw it. You see the Hamza Peperes. That will be showing at room 207 at 9 o'clock this evening. And then Journey 2 Journey into America, the documentary developed by Professor Akbar Ahmed, will also be showing at 9 o'clock. Incidentally, we have a young boy, 5 years old, Abdussamad Faris, who was found in the rear left-hand corner of the ballroom, of this Hall D. Although we do have internship programs, 5 years is a little too young. So if you could pick up your son, inshallah, ISNA would be very grateful not to drive him back to Plainfield, Indiana. So without further ado, I would like now to invite the President, Dr. Ingrid Mattson from Canada and now America to the stage. I had to fill it in.
Okay, we need to. I have it. I have to. Okay, it's time for everyone to come up, inshallah. Tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different, differently, and I'd like to invite Brother Yusuf, Sheikh Hamza, and Imam Zaid to the stage. So tonight, we are going to have a discussion until Maghrib time, and inshallah we'll be breaking. This is a little loud, if someone can turn it down. Inshallah we'll be breaking at 9 o'clock for Maghrib prayer. But until that, we have until that time to talk about a subject that is important to all of us and is part of the theme of this convention, and that is the pursuit of happiness. So I'd like to begin, because we are being broadcast across the nation, inshallah. So I'd like to begin by introducing our discussants this evening, and then turn to each of them to get their thoughts on this topic. So I'll begin to my immediate left. We have someone who is well known to our group. Born Stephen Dimitri Giorgio, the son of a Greek Cypriot father and a Swedish mother, Yusuf Islam grew up in the heart of London's theatre district. From 1968 to 1979, he performed as Cat Stevens and was one of the biggest solo artists of his generation, penning such classics as Matthew and Son, Moonshadow, Wild World, and Father and Son, selling over 50 million LPs. Becoming a Muslim in 1977, he changed his name to Yusuf Islam and walked away from the music business to start a new life and raise a family. His pioneering work in education and tireless support for humanitarian causes has received international recognition, including being honored with the Man for Peace Award in 2004 by a committee of Nobel Peace Laureates, and more recently, in January 2007, the Mediterranean Prize for Peace. Small Kindness, the United Nations-affiliated NGO, which Yusuf Islam founded in 2000, is a well-respected charity actively operating in some of the poorest parts of the world. Brother Yusuf's latest album, Road Singer, was released earlier this year to widespread critical acclaim. A stage musical based on his repertoire of songs, Moonshadow, is in pre-production and set to open in London's West End in early 2010. Assalamu alaikum. Next we have Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, who refused to submit a bio to me, but I will tell you he is, of course, the founder and president of Zaytuna College, and the co-founder with Imam Zaid of Zaytuna College, which is an exciting new project. I hope all of you learn about it and look at the Zaytuna website about this first effort to establish a full-time Muslim college in America. Sheikh Hamza has earned degrees in the United States and certificates in traditional Islamic sciences in a number of countries, traditional Muslim institutions, and from world-renowned scholars. With him is the co-founder of the Zaytuna College, Imam Zaid Shakir. Also earning degrees in political science, Islamic theology, and law and thought from the United States and from Syria, and also studying with many well-respected, distinguished scholars. Both Sheikh Hamza and Imam Zaid are authors of a number of articles and books, and you can find more information about their writings on the Zaytuna website, zaytuna.org.